you about what to do in this situation?
So much about season 1 is introducing people to this world. And now season 2 begins to not just answer the questions from season 1, but asks new questions going forward.
We have so many more storylines, we have so many more characters, more factions, more creatures, more Easter eggs, more things from the game. It's explosive.
There are real stakes. This world only works if there are real consequences. Any one of these people can die at any moment.
Okie dokie.
With the Ghoul, we pick up, he's doing what he said he was going to do at the end of season 1, and that is look for his family. And he's got someone on that journey with him.
Lucy's looking for her father again, but for very different reasons. He won't stop hurting people. You have this bitter creature who is so cynical and has such a hard look at life, and then this optimistic, naive character.
Together, we will fulfill our promise to make better this fallen world.
We find Maximus in season 2 being given the rank that he always wished he had. He's the highest ranking knight of this faction of the Brotherhood of Steel, and he's trying to figure out if he can be a leader and what that means for him.
There were so many new, wonderful faces in this season.
What I do is I know everything.
John is so good at world building, and this is such a complete world. And it's so unique, and you really do feel like this place exists, and all the characters, it's pretty singular.
It's darkly comedic, kind of beautiful violence, over the top. And that all just ties together to make it unexpected and funny.
Here we are, telling this story again, and there are no words for how monumental this experience has been.
I think you are actually quite a violent man. You just don't want to kill me yet.
The truth is, this is really expensive shit, and I just use it just for a daily moisturizer. Applying the second piece after putting the bald cap on. This is the cranium. This protects all the thoughts and the beautiful things that are going on inside my head.
You want to know what I was like before the war? Stupid.
Jake takes as much time as he possibly can before putting on the piece that irritates the out of me. This side, done. For $25,000, you could have Jake Garber come to your house, and he could do the same thing to you. If the Ghoul wore sunglasses, they would have to be specially made because the nose is gone. I found some called Walton Goggins goggle glasses. Who has my goggle glasses? When they say, you know, that's a wrap, I reach up and I pull off chunks of my neck.
This is how I call rap, right here.
And I just like look at the crew and say, who wants some prosciutto? What?
So we've got two different dogs that play the same character, Dog Meat, on the show. Zilla is like kamikaze, gives 110%, and Nala is more refined and demure. Hot dog. There's been some action, but a lot of character work. We work on just really subtle things with the dogs to make sure that they really catch that emotion of their character. Background, action. Go with it. A lot of what they're doing this season is just what we call a go with, which means to hang out with whoever they're designated to be with. And so what we do is we teach them that they stay with that person and that's how they get their reward. They actually really enjoy everybody that they've worked with on set. They really enjoy Walt. The girls love him. The girls have put a lot of work in this season to get ready for all this, so I hope everybody enjoys it.
I start the season with the Ghoul, and they have quite a hostile relationship.
I know you think you're being helpful, but if I'm being honest, you ain't.
Still got the poop finger. The poop finger has not progressed at all. Lucy's been on the wasteland for a while now. She's learning things, like maybe not to share her water.
Water.
And not to drink radiation water. Every day is an adventure.
Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning. John is repairing my skin for scars.
I'm here.
A room here and a room here.
This is how we meet Maximus Season 2. They graduate from t-shirt and slacks into a really gorgeous jacket.
Say hi, everyone. Oh, the entourage.
Another beautiful location.
Action!
There's nothing like shooting on location for Fallout. And we ride ATVs. More action-packed than ever. Fallout Season 2.
Let's give you a first-person view of the power armor, see what they see.
Let's go. Watch out.
Hey, do I still have a GoPro on my head? Yep. Nice.
You first put this on, you feel kind of bulky and powerful. Then about 12 minutes pass, and the weight is just pushing your shoulders into your spine. It's quite the spectacle.
Howdy, partner.
The team at Legacy Effects is brilliant. They want all of their creations to have function to them, like the Securitron.
The inner workings was a lot of like brainstorming and engineering, figuring out like how to get him to pivot. You can lean him side to side. He can also twist left to right. That one's a really fun one to operate. It takes 3 people to do it. There's an onboard computer, so they can change the different characters depending on what we're shooting. There's a whole scene today where the power armor suits come at him and he's firing at them with his machine gun.
We're killing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to take out your anger somehow, right?
When you see a fantasy world that you've worked on digitally come to life in this way, stepping into it is still surreal. Like, I have not gotten used to it. And this thing is completely badass. Always blown away by the attention to detail.
You're in this world. You can reach out and touch and feel everything, whether it's the creatures, the environments, the vehicles.
As an actor, you lose yourself. When you're surrounded by that level of detail, it feels real.
The backdrop of New Vegas is a beautiful, wonderful set of circumstances and world.
A huge part of the success of the show is interpreting the tone of the games. The games have a tone that is almost choose your own adventure. I mean, I think New Vegas is a game where you can literally turn up the wackiness.
Let's get lucky, shall we?
I describe Fallout as Indiana Jones meets Dr. Strangelove while drinking at the Star Wars bar. You know, it's so insane.
Something that the games observed a long time ago, which is that the most horrible thing in the world can happen. Human beings are still going to be a little strange.
There's many, many great video games, but Fallout is unique among all of them in that it balances comedy and drama and moral dilemmas in such a delicious way.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas offers a more established settlement. There's more people, there's more creatures, and if anything about the world of Fallout can teach you, it's that both of those are dangerous.
I think one of the most vivid things about those games were the different factions.
I'm especially excited for fans to see the Kings and what's happened to them, as well as the Khans. We wanted to go to Novak and feature Dinky, obviously.
The sort of horror of Caesar's Legion, the almost sentimentality of the New California Republic, the way that it represents the world from before, the dark vision of House.
Robert House, who's one of the most iconic characters from the game.
Yes, I believe I am.
Incredibly memorable. It didn't seem like we were making Fallout unless we, of course, brought Robert House into it.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and you're hoping that by that they mean death claws.
I can't tell you how many people come up to me and tell me that New Vegas is their favorite game. So I'm really excited for them to get to step back into that world.
For people maybe who've never played the game, for people who have played the game, I'm very excited for all of them to experience what that world looks like and looks like now 20 years later.
Hi, I'm Johnny Pemberton. We're on the set of Fallout Season 2. We're gonna go around and see what people have to say. We're currently on Melody Ranch, which I believe is where they've shot over 10,000 Westerns. This is where they shot Tombstone. It's also where they shot all my favorite John Legend music videos were shot here. Hey, is it true that John Legend is here today?
I think I saw him. I think he's in an NCR.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go back around. John Legend here today. Let's go check out craft service. is where people go to get snacks. All right. Check out this sandbag right here. Let's get a look at this. These are just fun. If you're gonna steal something from set, steal a sandbag. You can sell these on Lancashire for $500 a pop. This is some, see these horseshoes on the ground here? I would kill to get one of those horseshoes.
We've had a slice of change of plans. They love the light right now.
Oh, so I'm getting bumped?
Pushed.
Pushed. No, I knew this was gonna happen. Thank you, Shade.
Thank you, Johnny.
Shade, everyone. Delivering bad news with a smile since 1986. Thank you for talking with us. So, what have you been drinking today?
Drinking?
So, what should we know about this? What's going on here today?
A lot of running, a lot of shooting, rooting and tooting. I think there's both. I think we're doing both rooting and tooting today.
Would you say this is run and gun?
This is run and gun and root and toot.
We're rooting and tooting, running and gunning. Hey.
Hey. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
You too, pleasure.
Yeah, I'm looking for a horseshoe.
Oh, you want one for Melody?
Yeah.
Okay. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Okay.
There's got to be like thousands and thousands of them.
And if there isn't, I'll be very disappointed.
I think there's a horseshoe for me over here. Hey, how's it going?
You're looking for a horseshoe?
I love a horseshoe.
Hey, that's for you.
Oh my gosh, this is the real.
That's the official Melody.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for your
pleasure. You're welcome.
Thank
Very
you.
welcome.
Look at that. That's a real Melody Ranch horseshoe right here. Ooh, baby. And action.
casting process was about as easy as it gets. It's your good friend Walton picking up the phone and calling you and going, hey, do you want to come do this with us? And me going, what is it? And him going, it's this kind of a guy, and kind of giving me a brief description and telling me about Mr. House for the first time, which was great. And then
following it with like, and a lot of most of your stuff's gonna be with me.
Yeah.
Please be with me. Please, Justin, please come and be with me.
And I was so stoked. And me and Walton have known each other for a while, and have never worked together. So this was an opportunity. I don't care if it was a terrible project. I would have absolutely said yes to it. Turns out it was an incredible project. And reading the scripts for the first time, it was a lot of catch up. And it was, when I read the script, I usually like to read a little paper script, and I like to have a pen in my hand because that's the first time I get to watch the show. And it was just question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I had a lot of questions for our creators. And so, and then once I read everything, I got on the phone with them, and then we just started to play. I was really excited. One of those things you really, going to work felt like, going to something that you're really looking forward to.
I've been in this situation before, as have a few of us. This one especially, where if you do the first chapter of a story that happens to be on television, and you build a critical kind of following or group of people that really like what it is that you're doing, you have an opportunity in season 2 to either play it safe and rest on the laurels of the success that you had before, or to chuck all of that out the window and just go for broke. And everybody that's invested in this show that makes this telling this particular story wanted to go for broke. And it is as cinematic, it is more cinematic. And in fact, it is just bigger, not in an inflationary way, but bigger because we laid the groundwork in season 1. Now we can really begin to explore this world. First season of anything, first 20 minutes of any movie is some heavy lifting. Like, you're setting the tone for what is the experience that you can upend, but what is the story that you're telling? And we feel like we're into the world now. Let's really start exploring this world.
So interesting. In the case, with Justin playing Robert House, we knew we needed someone who could play a genius, Robert House is a brilliant, if sort of amoral technocrat, and feels like a very relevant character for our time. So we were really excited to bring him to the screen, but we knew we needed someone who, not every actor, a lot of actors want to play geniuses, but not every actor can, and Justin is someone who can. And Kumail, we thought, would be perfect for the role that he has in the Brotherhood, because he is meant to represent sort of the idealized version of the Brotherhood that Max thought that the whole Brotherhood was going to be entirely composed of. And we thought Kumail had that sense of charisma and fun, and sort of he can really play sort of this machismo in a way that is very charming. So we felt like he would be really wonderful for the part. And then in the case of Mac, we were really excited by his interpretation of what a character in the Legion would be like. It was a very sort of patrician version of the character, sort of intellectual, sort of almost soft-spoken. That was a surprise to us, and sometimes you want to welcome those kinds of surprise interpretations that aren't exactly necessarily how you first pictured it, but you're like, oh, that's even more fun. So it's just about being flexible sometimes when an actor has an interesting way of approaching things that might actually be better than what you had in your head as you were working on it.
Oh gosh, the scripts, right? There's such a really. I've become so attracted to Graham and Geneva as writers. Even whenever I have to go back all the way to the pilot episode that I had read. There were a lot of code names and things were changed for the script that came across my desk. This is before I met you, and I thought, whoever wrote this needs to be writing everything. I thought, what in the world is this? And as I got, introduced to them, I then, was brought under the understanding of this is Fallout, and, the sort of tone that I was even reading on the page is directly, adapted from the tone of these games, and it's something that feels like a dream job to me, because it's such a vast world. I mean, it's something, gamers have poured hundreds of hours into. I mean, this is now, after season 2, we have 16 hours into our story. We're still scratching the surface of the expanse that this world has in it. The decades of lore that they get to mine, to pay homage to. It just always feels so still surprising, very unpredictable. And it's something that I love, you know? I've really appreciated even having to finally hear, I mean, but this is me thinking about our first meeting, is like, I hadn't played the games and I was so worried that this was going to be a character from the games, and I was thinking like, so what did I do in my, what did they see of my work? Like, did they think that I sounded like someone from the game? You know what I mean? I had no idea. But that, you know, we started in that first meeting this process of really creating it together, and I was really excited by the journey that they wanted to take this character of Maximus on, and I found it to be so vacant of tropes, just so many things that would make me say like, yeah, you've seen this before, that I would just say like, you absolutely have never seen a story like this guy's story on a screen, whether that's a movie theater or television. And in this long-form storytelling that we get the opportunity to do with this show, every script that they sent this year just felt like, oh, but first you just eat it up as an actor, and then you go back and you start your second read of it, and you really just think like, how are they're putting so much detail into these things, and it's still so surprising, and I didn't see this coming, and let me go back to the script before so I can find out if, like, yeah, it was right there, I didn't see it, you know what I mean? It's really beautiful storytelling that they're doing.
I'm looking for someone.
Common story around here. Someone you care about or someone you hate?
Oh, what a great question. What say you, Miss MacLean?
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
You want to know why the world ended? It started here with one man.
It's all over, but the cry.
Cooper Howard, star of the silver screen.
And no,
like yourself, I am the very best at what I do.
But
and what I do is I know everything. I know there's a war coming. The bombs will only be the beginning. My concern is that you would do just about anything to save your family. I think you are actually quite a violent man. You just don't want to kill me yet.
Let's get lucky, shall we?
I defer to you about what to do in this situation.